I received some terrible news. Tremendously huge problem. And that problem is bullying. Why? Well, we have to think about, well, what is bullying? Bullying is when you're actually picking on somebody. Now, that's just a general aspect to it. But bullying consists of harassment, stalking, assault, battery, even rape, and most of all, murder. Yes, I said it, murder. I read in the news and I see stories about children coming to school with guns, children killing each other, teenagers beating each other up and killing each other, and it just saddens me. So I'm hoping that by the end of this video, I am hoping that we could stop filling the cemeteries of children and teenagers and start letting them live their lives. Let them be a positive towards the living, because that's what we need. We need more positive in this world. So why not bullying? Because of a word? Well, that needs to change. Lawmakers, I suggest that what you do is you know what? Your job is to protect the law and make sure that crime does not break through this wall here. So, how to do that? Well, let's just say, why don't you just make bullying a crime? Pretty simple, plain and easy. Whether it's you want to find somebody, find the bully, find the parents, or you know what, make them do a little jail time. Plain and simple, because you know what, it could get a lot worse. And it's up to you as adults, lawmakers, to actually make this a very legal, serious situation. Yes, this is a tremendously huge problem, and these are crimes that the law actually arrests people for. Now, killing yourself ain't the answer. Committing suicide, which is the same thing as killing yourself, isn't the answer. Going out there on a shooting spree isn't the answer either. Becoming a bully as well and picking on other people is not the answer either. Doing drugs isn't the answer either. Drinking alcohol or smoking isn't the answer either. And most of all, not letting yourself get broken down. See, that's not the answer either. So yes, you see, when you think about it, I do know exactly what you're going through. This is why I'm also making this video. See, walk around with your head down because you feel ashamed of yourself. Walk around, you're thinking, you know, well, why? Why am I even here? Walk around and you think about, you know, all these negative, depressing things come along. But you know what, though? And I'll use myself as an example, was lucky enough to have at least people in my life to let me know and show me that I wasn't a failure, that it wasn't me, that it's not my fault. Because you know what, people will always try to find a way to pick on you, you know, whether it's because of your name. Most of all, it's because they want to break you, because they know that you're going in the right direction and they can't be you, and they cannot be you, and they shouldn't even try to be you. Because you know what they need to realize is that they have their own individual purpose, and their individual purpose is not to be you, it's to be themselves. And sometimes some people gotta learn that the hard way. Yeah, sure, you know what, I mean, there are people that, you know, tell me that they've envied me because, you know, they wanted to be me, or, you know, they wonder why I'm so confident or why I'm strong. And you know, the thing is that they just don't know my life story. They don't know what I've been through. They don't know what I went through. You know, so it's like they just don't care. And you know what? At the end of the day, they don't realize that they're actually destroying themselves. They're the ones that are actually stressing themselves out. And at the end of the day, you know, deep down inside, they're pounding their chest. And you see, the whole thing becomes reverse psychology. And when it becomes reverse psychology, now they're the ones that feel belittled. Because you know why? Because you didn't let them break you. You didn't let them break you. You broke them instead of them trying to break you. And that is how you conquer and destroy and defeat bullying. See, that's just the inner confidence, and that's just how you psychologically destroy bullying. Believe in yourself. I mean, you have the potential to do great things in this world. Like for instance with me. Well, I'm an actor. I I'm a filmmaker, writer. I also motivate. I'm a motivational speaker. You know, pretty much I'm just living life, you see. And I've had people tell me, oh, you're not gonna make it, you're nobody, who the hell are you, and yada 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 yada. And you know what? At the end of the day, truthfully, their opinions didn't matter. Because I knew that they were the ones that were miserable. And sure, they might throw in that laugh, ha 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 ha, throw in the little shield, you know, but deep down inside, beyond that mask that's broken, oh, break that mask and I guarantee you that those that want to bring you down, trust me, they're the ones that are brought down. They're angry and miserable because they don't have that drive. They don't have that enthusiasm. And that's cool and that's okay. So you see, there are ways. And I want you all to do the same thing too. See, there's a thing between ego and confidence, pride and being humble. Humble and confidence will get you a long way, because you realize and you learn that there's always somebody that's better than you. And it's not the point of, you know, being a challenge or anything like that, but it's a life lesson. I'm just taking a moment here that I want all of you to just experience this. See, this is another way how I was able to overcome and realize that there is a lot more beautiful things to life than being angry all the time, or sad all the time, or depressed all the time, or negative all the time. I mean, you know, this is just something simple. It's quite easy. You see, this is what, you know, for instance, here, parents and guardians of those that, you know, if you know that your child is a bully, you don't know, and they're telling you that they're being, you know, that they're bullying people, that this is what you have to do. Take them over here. I mean, I'm not saying over here per se, but you know what? Use nature as an adventure, as an advantage. And it's quite simple. I mean, nature's beautiful. Show them the calmness of how beautiful nature can be. That's just an example. You don't have to take them to show them any kind of nature. Take them to your job. Show them what you do for a living. You know, if you're a cop, or if you're a lawyer, a doctor, or even a secretary or a teacher, heck, even a janitor, you know what? You're doing something good. So why don't you show your children that, instead of just ignoring them and letting them go out there and bully people? Because you know what? That's not the way to go. You know, a child needs somebody to look up to. And that's what they're looking for, is that guidance. And when they don't have nobody to do that, then the first thing they do is now they feel insecure. And now they got to go around and they got to look for people to follow them. Because they're angry. Because they're angry and they're miserable. And they're down and depressed and they have nobody to teach them. And sometimes they hang around with the wrong crowd, and it's that wrong crowd that turns around and guides them the wrong way. That's not the right way to be. That's not the right way to guide your children. Because you know what? At the end of the day, it's your fault for ignoring your child. It's your fault for not taking the time to see what their potentials are. Alright, so I'm going to put my two friends on. They're going to want to talk to the children. They want to talk to the teens. So hear them out, hear what they got to say, and I hope you enjoy the entertainment. Welcome all. I hear from a good friend of mine was telling me that you needed my advice, my wisdom, and my knowledge. I am here to tell you all that not to be afraid. I hear some of yous are bullied, being bullied, nervous and afraid and all. Well, I'm here to tell you all not to be afraid, not to stand away, not to shy away. I am here to tell you all that not to be afraid, that you're not the problem. You are all here to be someone, to be successful, to go out there and to live life. Living life does not mean going around bullying on people and making other people miserable or sad. Take it from me, I know. I've been a warrior for such a long time. I have been a warrior since the beginning of time. I have taken on so many opponents. Even now that I got all these flies and mosquitoes that were trying to bite my flesh and suck my blood, and I was able to tear them all apart, rip them all apart, and toss them aside and everything like that. Yes, I know what it's like when somebody tries and they're constantly picking on you and they're constantly trying to break you and they're trying to bring you down and everything like that. But no, you stay strong, you keep your head up high, and know that you are someone special. Before I go and take on my nemesis who thinks he can beat me, I just want to let you all know that if you feel down, if you feel lonely, if you feel scared, sad, and wonder why, just remember me. Know that I am your hero. I may not be there physically, but I will be there spiritually. I will be there mentally. I will be there to tell you all and let you all know that in you, you will be victorious. You will be strong. And know that someone does love you. I love all of yous out there, and know that I would love to hear more beautiful stories, victorious stories, children graduating, teenagers graduating, young adults living their lives and their futures. Don't do drugs, don't do alcohol, don't do any of that stuff. It is a deter, a distraction. Last of all, believe in yourself always, and know that you are somebody. Know that you will be victorious. Always remember that. Stay strong and stay blessed. Now I must go and take on my nemesis, for I soon will show you all that I am the one who is going to be victorious against my nemesis. Until then, stay strong, be good, and know that you are blessed. Konnichiwa. Genki desu ka? Genki desu. Arigato domo. Hello. How are you? I am good. Thank you very much. So, I hear that there are people out there. That literally are being bullied and treated like they're weaklings and like they're nobodies. That pisses me off. Because you know what? Nobody should have to bully anybody. Look at me. I got these mosquitoes that think they could bully me, and these flies that think they could bully me and everything like that. Try to bite me and sting me and everything like that. But yet, I don't fear them. I conquer them. So, I say unto you, to bullies out there that want to bully on the kids, that want to bully on the innocents, that want to bully on those out there that they think they are weak, just know one thing, that there is a bigger warrior out there, a bigger army, a bigger person that'll take you and tear you apart and chop you to pieces and punch you to knock you out, and will do it to the point where you will cry, you will feel the weakness, you will know what it's like to pick on a victim. This warrior here has been through many battles. As this mask withers away and everything like that, I still have more battles to come. Maybe it might be my final fight. Maybe it might be my last battle. But this person that I am facing, this one person that I am going against, who thinks he is better than me, who thinks that he is a warrior, who thinks that he wants to be a cool, calming dragon, yet meanwhile, he think he could take me on. Well, he got another thing coming. Know this, I stand here before you all, and I want to know that everything is going to be fine. I want to tell you all that everything is going to be fine. Stay strong, never fear, be the warrior inside you.
I have lived a very long time. I have faced so many battles, and even though this mass is withering and everything like that, these mosquitoes and these flies think that they could take me on. Well, they don't know that this withering old man still has a fight left in him and will always have a fight left in him. But my key goal is to all of yous out there that are listening, that are watching, that are wondering, that wish that they had a warrior in their life, a role model, a bodyguard out there. Well, use me as your role model. Use me as your bodyguard. Though I may not be there physically, I am there with you spiritually. I am there with you mentally. And when you feel like you're down, and when you feel like somebody's picking on you, and you don't know what to do, you just think of me. Think of this warrior here, and you fight back. And you make yourself known that you are somebody. And parents out there, listen to your children. Know that if they talk to you, it's with reason. Know if they talk to you, it's with knowledge. And know that. And know that I am here to listen. Let them know that you are somebody. Parents, listen to your children. If they are being bullied, do something about it. Parents, your children look up to you. Be the role model you can be, because know that if you're not their role model, then it is people like me, warriors like me, that come along and will help make your children a stronger child. Before I go, I want you all to know that I, me, am here to tell you all, never fear. Never surrender. Stay strong upon your goals. Live your life and be someone. Don't be a follower. Be a leader. There is so much more to life out there and so much more to give. Take it from me. I have lived life long enough. I have fought life long enough. I have dealt with pain long enough to know what you go through. I have been through. And know that you will be victorious. So before I go, before I take on the rest of these mosquitoes and these flies that want to come and stick on my veins and everything like that, and try to draw the blood out of me because they think that this red here is their food and knowledge. Well, no. And those out there that want to cough at me, that want to laugh at me, that want to think that I'm a weakling and all that, know that I, my soul, my spirit shall live amongst yous for a long, long time. Stay well, be blessed, and keep the faith.
You know, we as adults are the ones that bring children to this world, and it's our job to inform children and the younger generation how to live life and what is living. Living is nurturing. I mean, I know there's probably going to be some people out there that are probably going to disagree with me, and I really don't care about those that disagree, because you know what, like I said, I really don't care. The ones I care about though are the ones that need this advice. The ones that need a boost, that'll help build their confidence. Well, I'm here to tell you, you are somebody. And you know, people pick on you, you have your right to defend yourself. You do. Because you know what? Your self-worth is excellent. Your self-worth has a purpose. You're not a nobody. You are somebody. That's where you're placed on this earth. That's where you're placed here. Not to be picked on, not to be battered, and most of all, not to fail. So, I encourage you all to succeed. You know, you have a goal, go for it. You know, if you want to be a politician, you want to be a doctor, you want to, you want to be an actor, you want to be a writer, a police officer, a teacher, principal. You want to be something that's creative, that's going to help nurture this world, and go for it and do it. Even in sports too. Want to get into sports? Just do it. Just have confidence in yourself. Don't worry about what somebody else might think or say, because you know what? Their opinions don't even matter. You just have to do for you. And know that when you become successful in what you do, you're going to look back and you're going to say, wow, man, I'm so glad I listened. I am so glad that I was able to hear this. Because to me, I want to hear more successful stories. Children and teens and even young adults that grow up and be successful. I want to be able to hear that. That's going to put a smile on my face. You see, that's my reward. My reward is to make sure that you're all happy. And that's why I'm doing this video. So I hope you all enjoy. I hope you all stay strong. And I hope you enjoyed, my two crazy friends that they got upcoming promos coming up. And believe me, them two have been at it for the longest. But I don't know who's gonna win that one. I mean, they've been at it for like quite the longest. So subscribe to my page, like, share, comment. And you'll see also their promo that's coming up too. So that will be coming. So it'll be up to you to decide which one you like better. You might like both. You might like one. Maybe you might not. Maybe you might not like none of them. But at the same time, though, they're just here to entertain. But I'm glad that they took the time to just talk to you, all of you, just to let you know that you're not alone. Because you're never alone. Believe in that. There's always someone there. So, that being said, stay strong, be blessed, and know that if nobody else in this world loves you, I love you. And I care about you, and I care about the safeties of all of you. So, please, if you're a victim, don't be down and don't be sad and don't feel like you're alone, because I'm here. I'm here for you. Be blessed and take care.